This speaks of an experience of mine of letting go of my fears and committing. And before I start, this is by no way a means for me to encourage you to do the same behavior, but to show a metaphor. So I was driving in Wales on my camping trip, or driving to Wales on my camping trip, and I was behind a car that was going at 40 miles per hour on a national speed limit road. Two cars had already overtook us, and for a few minutes I drove in patience behind this car, convincing myself that perhaps it's okay to just drive behind slowly and watch the scenery, enjoying the scenery. However, after a while I thought, this is just not me right now, so I decided to commit to overtake. There was a clearance on the other side of the road. We weren't on a bend, though depending on how quickly my car went, we could be on to it ahead. And so I decided to go for it, in full throttle. Pedal to the metal, whatever you call it. And an oncoming traffic appeared all of a sudden. And I was like, shit. I was at this point only had reached halfway past the car in front of me. Do I go back? No! Let's do this! Putting fear aside and let's go. I can do this. My car and myself can do this. Well, as I am still speaking this to you and writing this, as you can tell, I lived. It was a bit of a close call, I have to admit. I can't tell you how close I was with the oncoming traffic, but it felt very close. My heart was beating afterwards at the same time. It was like, yes! Hell yeah! I did that! I committed, even with fear on my side. And now I'm enjoying riding with a road with smooth speed and winding with a twist and the turns and just flowing with it all. So, I was thinking, life is a little bit like this. We tend to move about being driven by our fears most of the time. Sometimes we try things, and when we see an obstacle in front of us, we seldom at times push forward and let abundance flow into it for us. The challenge that we have is that doing so prevents us from moving forward, and we go back to what feels comfortable for us, though it feels like it should be something else, and it feels stagnant and being boring and slow and painful. Pushing through our fears invites for us to have courage and trust that everything is going to be all right, and that all things are ways for us to grow and experience life to its fullest expression. Once again, this is not an encouragement for anyone to be reckless. There is a lot to say about preparation and knowing the tools that you have. Though at best, it is more heart-filling for us to just know where we want to head to and trust in ourselves that we have got this and that the universe has got us.